you ready? And then up the canyon. On accident. So I'm going to head out to the Ogden Waterfall. I've heard that it's a really great hike. It's rated as moderate on all trails, and then gains about 1,450 feet over the course of the trail. It's a 3.3 mile trail in and out. So I'm a little bit nervous just because I'm kind of cramping. I don't feel well. It's Memorial Day. I feel guilty for not going out and actually doing something because it's a gorgeous day, 72 degrees. But I think there's a part of me that really wants to get out and prove to myself that I can do something hard, even if I'm not feeling mentally up to it or physically up to it. I think our own mental states can inhibit us from doing things that we really are capable of. That's kind of my goal for this hike. I think I will take Zoe with me. She is about 16 pounds, and they did say that there are some snakes on the trails. I'm just going to keep her on a really short leash around my waist, and we'll see how it goes. Catch you there. Are you ready? Ogden Waterfall Trailhead. It's about a 30-minute drive from where I live, or about 45-minute drive from Salt Lake City. Turn on some tunes and have a good time, huh, Zoe? Whenever I'm going hiking, especially if I'm going alone, I make sure to bring this whistle with me. It can be heard about 2 miles away. If you fall down a ravine or something, then you'll be able to blow it and people will be able to hear you from far away. Would you stop whining? We're gonna go. Looks like we're gonna go up this way and then back around and then up the canyon. When I go hiking, bring my iPhone with my DJI Smooth stabilizer, along with my GoPro that I can clip onto my backpack. And then I put my keys on the carabiner. I always know where they are. And then the whistle is close to my mouth, and so I don't have to take off my backpack if I have like my leg broken or something. Let people know if I fall down one of these things and break my leg. For Zoe, her little bag has just some food. Oh, thanks, Zoe. Has some food in that one side, and I balance it out with her water bowl on the other side. And then I just pack the water with me. It's too heavy otherwise, and then it makes the backpack go to one side. You can bring dogs on this trail. You just want to make sure that they're on a short leash because of the rattlesnakes. There's also other people that not everybody likes dogs, and that's okay. We'll forgive them. It just helps, like, if people have their kids on the trail and such, to protect them from being traumatized by having a dog run up to them and jump on them. The first part of the trail, it's pretty exposed. It's not too steep. You could definitely bring kids, and you know, being heavier, I try not to do the really hard hikes, just moderate or easy. But it's a big but. I've lost about 60 pounds so far. It's just slowly doing this stuff. You know, apparently you can't follow Google Maps because it leads you the wrong place. First left on the trail from the 29th Street, which there is a parking lot, no bathrooms. You want to take a left, and then it kind of is a switchback in towards the canyon. We just came from 29th Street, and then this is actually the Bonneville Shoreline trail that you can keep going along, but also leads you to the waterfall. And then you head this way, it will lead you to the 12th Street parking lot. So we are gonna go this way. important to give yourself breaks when you're going the way up if you're not feeling super hot. And you know, if hiking is something that doesn't come easy to you, it's important to be kind to yourself and give yourself a break. What I try to do is I'll just stop in the shade so the sun's not directly on me. Just enjoy your time. That's what's great about hiking alone too, is nobody's here to push you. No one's here to judge you. More than, I would say, 98% of the people you see on the trail, you're probably not going to see them again. You do you, boo. Past this waterfall with the bridge I just showed you, there's a couple of trails here, and this is why it's important to stay on the main trail, is so that people like me don't get lost, but you go to the right. So they said on all trails that it gets a little steep and you do have to climb up some boulder areas, but Zoe's handling this pretty well so far. Me on the other hand, I'm a hot sweaty mess. I wouldn't do this in the summertime. It's not really worth it because the waterfall isn't as big. The snowpack has already melted, so the waterfall isn't going to be as big. It's also going to be quite hot on that first leg of the journey because you're in full exposure. So just keep that in mind when you head up this trail. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I was going to fly my drone here, my new one. I made the cardinal mistake of not testing my gear before I came out. I had a little mishap. My drone took off, the propeller wasn't spinning correctly, and so it wouldn't fly up. So it flew sideways in my hand and tilted, and so it cut up the back of my hand pretty good. So what I did is I got some leaves, as you can see, and some of my dog's clean poop bags, and then just kind of made a little bit of a compress for the way down because I will need my hands on the way down. You don't want to wash your wound in water like this because it's going to have a lot of things that has brought down from the mountain with you. So unfortunately, you won't get a cool drone shot at this waterfall. Have to figure that out when I get back. This hurts pretty good, so I'm gonna head back down. So if you don't like blood, don't watch the rest of this video. So this is what I did. I just took some leaves and then a couple of Zoe's poop bags and wrapped my hand up so I didn't get dust and things in it on the way out. So these were bleeding pretty good, dripping down my thumb, and then these two were the worst. But putting the leaves on it and then just tying it with something, it kind of helped stop the bleeding so I could get out of there without it dripping down my elbow. I'm just going to put some Neosporin on it, wrap it up really good, and relax. Zoe, you're pulling me over, Smalls. Zoe, she really likes to run after anything that moves, even like if a tree moves on accident. So one of the things that I do, it's not working so well because I'm squatting down.